In this video, you're gonna learn the secret behind successful time management. There are many elements that are part of successful management, time management, but I consider this one the most important. Hello entrepreneurs, Aline here. If you've ever asked yourself, where was my time gone? You're probably an entrepreneur. But the worst feeling is when the day is gone and we ticked one or two things off our to-do list. But it can be much worse when we tick 0 things off our to-do list. That's why today I'm going to explain you where your time is going to, and also the secret to being the boss of your time. But before we start, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the button subscribe and the bell icon to be notified when more content is available. Guys, I've had hundreds of meetings with all types of entrepreneurs, and most of them asked me about the same thing: procrastination. I'm having problems with procrastination. I don't know where my time goes. So this is the first part of the secret I want to tell you. Time management is more like mind management. We were all given 24 hours. And I heard something interesting a while ago, that we all have 24 hours, 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work, 8 hours to have fun. So why does time seem to disappear, especially when we are founders, business owners, whatever you call yourself? When I heard about this concept, I became a bit more conscious about where my time was going. And I found out something interesting that is part of effective time management. And the first thing is that we like things to happen in a very linear way, but they don't always happen like this. Sometimes we have a project and what we thought would be the first activity for that project ends up being the last. And the one activity that we thought would be the last sometimes is the first one or the middle one. For example, a lot of times I get lost on the internet, but sometimes I get something out of that lost time. I get something that will help me in the future. I call this intuition. If you haven't seen it, I have 3 videos on intuition for entrepreneurs. Have a look. But what I mean is that sometimes our intuition takes us through weird routes because it's the fastest or the more effective one to accomplish our goals. Like once I was researching something and for one project, and I found something that would help me in another project that I hadn't even conceived at the time yet. It's amazing, isn't it, to do things like that? But the problem is, more often than not, we get lost on the internet. It's not because of our intuition take us somewhere. So it's important that we are aware of what's going on in our lives, because when we aren't, we tend to waste precious time. Then when you have this awareness of life and you know that things are not linear, you may understand that sometimes you have a goal, and with this goal you have many objectives, like many actions to accomplish that goal. And that's where most of our time is wasted. The other day I was creating a structure to write about my story. Then I remembered that I had a live with a lovely business storyteller that sent me, so I could share with my followers, a guideline for writing a story. And this guideline was on my Instagram highlights. Cool. I went to my Instagram page and 30 minutes later, I asked myself, what am I doing here? And my brain answered that. The guideline. I was like, oh shit. I wasted 30 minutes on a task that should have taken 1 minute or less. So, if you know that number one, your intuition will take you through weird routes to help you accomplish your goal, and number two, sometimes you are not being taken by your intuition anywhere, you're simply wasting time, and number three, you have awareness of this process, that is the secret to successful mind or time management. The secret is to know when you are wasting your time and when you are being helped by your intuition. How do you know when it's one and the other? When you are wasting time, you're not getting anything out of your time. Like when it took me 30 minutes to do something that should have taken, 30 seconds. I took nothing out of that, apart from this example, so maybe it wasn't that wasted. But there are many other things, or many other times that I have no clue what I did, or how I spent my time. And I am sure if you have problems with time, it's because you are not aware of when you are being intuitively guided or when you're just wasting time. So the exercise here is to meditate. With meditation, you get more aware of what is happening in life, and then you can be more careful not spend too much time wasting time. But you can allow yourself to be guided by your intuition and be at peace with that. I know procrastination brings us a horrible feeling of being out of control, but when you have awareness and you know the secret I told you, you can be the boss of your time and waste less and less time and be more and more guided by your intuition. Now, let me know in the comments, do you think this is too hard to be done? Thank you so much for watching, and if you think this content helped you, please leave your like and share this video with people you think will benefit from it. But if you think this content didn't really help you, please let me know why, so I can create more valuable content in the future. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.